What we're going to do today is just a really simple chapatti recipe. Chapatti, everybody loves them, and they're just so versatile. Dipping in all of the curries, delicious. And then we're going to make a whole batch up and freeze them, so really convenient. We can pull them out anytime with very little work to do. So me and Dawn are going to make this recipe together today.
Once I've turned the telly down.
Yeah. And all it is, really simple. We've got wholemeal flour, veg oil, a little bit of sea salt, and then some water. And we're using some milk today in our recipe. Classically, it's just with water. I like to add a little bit of milk. Just think it makes the chapattis a bit softer. That's my preference. So what we're going to start off, we're just going to add the salt.
Yeah.
The sea salt's in crystals. I always sort of break it down with the fingers a little bit, make it a bit finer.
Is table salt better? Or
yeah, table salt's fine as well. And then we've got a tablespoon of veg oil in there as well.
Okay.
Not much.
All of this salt?
Yeah, all in. That's it. Veg oil in. And then we're just going to give it a nice mix up. And then just get that oil
like
in.
when you're doing your pastry and you're trying to get the crumb.
Yeah, it's not too important. Just we're getting a real good mix of the oil there. But it is like that rubbing in method with short crust pastry.
It doesn't feel like, because there's such little oil to the flour, I still don't really feel it, do you?
It's just to really mix in.
Yeah.
So then we're going to start incorporating the water and milk. And we're just going to start with about a third of it. Ready?
Sorry.
And then just loosely with the fingers, you're just moving it around, trying to incorporate that flour.
So we've got Harry Potter in the background, so I hope it's not too distracting.
So you don't want to squeeze the flour too much, it's just to incorporate it.
Okay.
Because you want a nice smooth dough. So we'll just add a little bit more. And then, like all the recipes, we have them written down on the feed at the bottom. So it's there for you to see, rather than stopping and starting, listening to it.
So you just keep doing that kind of rubbing your fingers together as you do it as well to try and incorporate it?
Yeah, no, I mean just really mixing it, just not too much worry.
Oh,
So
okay. Yours is looking much better than mine.
So there we go.
So these freeze really well as well, right?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, you know, like I guess most bread freezes really well. And the key to freezing is you freeze fresh, then you defrost fresh. So, and that's the key with freezing with all things. I mean, if you freeze well, like with fresh fish, and you defrost it properly, then you know it's as fresh as the day that it was fish if you do it properly.
As long as your freezer isn't opening and shutting so much that it gets frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, you're way ahead of me. Alright, I'm going to speed up. Sorry.
So now it's just really incorporating all of the flour bits. So I put it onto the surface, and we're just going to knead it a little bit to get a nice smooth dough.
You're so much better at this than me. Yeah. This is why I married a chef, so I don't have to do all this stuff.
So I think it's just normally knead for just about 5 minutes, and then we're going to leave it to rest for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to make it into our balls, and then we're going to make our chapattis.
Alright, so like that, yeah? That's okay?
Yep, that's it. Then you can turn it out onto the surface.
Yeah.
And then just pick all those flour bits up.
Yeah. I've got a lot more than you, Robin. And so kneading is pull towards you and push away.
Yeah, you see, I'm moving it. I mean, I'm left-handed, so your side, but I'm moving the dough around, and then I'm pushing it out again, and then moving it, so almost clockwise.
It's quite therapeutic if you're locked in the house all day.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna carry on kneading. You don't need to watch us doing this, and we'll see you in a bit.
Is this stickiness correct? Have I put too much of it?
Well, yeah, you sort of get that nice smooth dough, so that's fine. It will.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yep. I've got sticky fingers, so I can't press the button. It's like what was that programme that used to have the runway at the end with all the prizes on? You need to be paired up as a family. You'd have to do challenges together.
Generation game.
Yeah. Why does yours look so much better than mine?
Technique. Okay, so the dough's sat there for half an hour. It's lovely, soft, smooth dough now. Now we're
Are these
just
pans
gonna-
still heating now?
Yeah, but leave them on, that's fine.
Okay.
So the pans are getting warm, and we're just going to roll our balls out. So just making a nice sausage there. And depending on the size you like. Okay, got that.
Oh, so you roll it into a ball before you roll it out. Hence getting the round shape.
That's it, so it's a nice size with chapatti.
Okay.
We weigh it, I think it's probably about 110 grams.
Shall I weigh it to see how close you are?
Yeah,
What'd you say? 110?
110.
91.
Okay.
Sorry. I should have lied.
Try that one. 116.
103. All right, crack on. Let's go. So then, just do one, and then I can start cooking
Yeah,
it, right?
so nice ball there. And then we're just going to throw a little bit of flour on there, not
Our
too
technique.
much. And just on the rolling pin. And then just move it each time 45 degrees. And they get thin, so you get a nice even round. And we want quite thin, but not too thin.
Just make sure the pan's nice and clean, yeah?
Yeah.
Clean and dry.
And then we're placing straight into a hot pan, and we're going to cook these dry. So there's no oil, there's no fat in there at all.
And do you move it around? You don't move it around, just leave it for initial. Okay.
That should be nice and hot. We'll do another one.
Yeah.
So just when you're cooking it in a dry pan, and a nice dry hot pan. And then as you see, as it starts to bubble and blister, then it's cooking on the underside.
Show the camera where it's supposed to, you can see it's bubbling.
You see how it's starting to bubble there? Turn it over.
Oh.
So there you got 20 lovely soft chapattis. That's from a double batch. So they're all a decent size. So single recipe is going to be make about 10 chapattis.